Hi, this is Jay Peak with One Direction Marketing, where we drive leads to make your dreams. A little bit about me. I have created a ton of different brands over the years. We have the Pharmacist Retirement Program, the Physician's Retirement Program. I've been featured on Bloomberg, I've been on the radio, I've been on the TV, America's Premier Experts, and I've co-authored a book with Brian Tracy. I've been doing this for over 13 years, creating, developing, and building brands, buying and selling companies, and I do all of it with these systems that I'm going to talk about today. So what we're going to talk about today is marketing. So the name of my company is One Direction Marketing, and what we do is we drive social engagement through your social media pages. We rank your website higher on Google, so to get you to page one, for example, for keywords in your area. And we create marketing funnels to get those leads or those potential clients into customers for you, right? So we market and we drive them to a funnel, and then that creates a lead. And so we try to simplify this business for you. You see all kinds of different people out there offering pieces of this, but to put it all together, it's more difficult to understand, and a lot of people want to charge you $5,000 a month to put it all together. So I want to kind of break down all the pieces of it, and I want to show you what we do in our business, and then also what we can do for your business to grow it. So what we do, one, we are a digital strategy agency. That's all we deal with. TV, print, billboards, guy standing on the corner with a sign, whatever it is, we don't do that. I'm not saying it doesn't work. We just don't do it. That's not our specialty. What we focus on is pay-per-click management, SEO services, social media, remarketing, or you may know as retargeting with Facebook pixels, for example, and web design. So if you are just starting a company, or if you have a company and you don't have a website, or your website's awful, or maybe your website is not designed to convert, these are all things that you may need website design for. Once we get somebody in your sales funnel, how do we keep them in front of you, right? Or how do we keep your brand in front of them? We do that with remarketing and retargeting back to them. So I don't know if you've ever looked on, I don't know, you looked up men's shoes, for example, and you're on Amazon and men's shoes keep popping up. So all that stuff is remarketing, retargeting over and over again to keep that same sales message in front of you, no matter where you are. So basically it follows you around the internet, and you've probably noticed that. Social media, obviously we know that's not going anywhere. It's huge. People are on there every day, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever it is. They all work, but they're all really designed for specific markets. So for example, a Facebook user is different than an Instagram user, and is certainly different than a Twitter user. So depending on your message and your company, we focus on a specific social media platform that would work best for your business. SEO services, I cannot tell you how much money I've made off of having my website pages rank #1 on Google. If you are, for example, I've been a financial advisor for 13 years. If you're a financial advisor and somebody Googles your company and you're not on page one, they're probably going somewhere else. Used to, it was, well, you're on the internet, okay, that could, that's not a big deal. But now it's everything. You have to be on the first page of Google. You have to beat at your competition. And what people do is a lot of times they will see an offer, for example. It could even be your offer, and they'll go Google it. That's what happens. And so you have to hit both sides of the spectrum. And while I'm talking about both sides of the spectrum, PPC management or pay-per-click management is a big piece of that. So what happens is if you're trying to list your business online, for example, and you want immediate results, well, on Facebook, that's immediate results. So I can say, well, I'm looking for a 30 to 50-year-old that has a family, makes over $100,000 a year, lives in a house, and is interested in this, right? Whatever that is, whatever your business does, life insurance or dental implants or chiropractic or whatever, okay? That is instant distribution using Facebook. SEO takes a while, okay? We have to go back and look at the med tags and the on-site and off-site optimization, all this stuff, right? So there's a lot to it, and it takes time. However, once you get there, then it's just kind of management, so to speak, and it's organic growth. And if you can have a really relevant site that's SEO friendly, so to speak, then it's going to rank. It takes time. Pay-per-click management is how you get instant distribution on Google. So social media is easy for instant distribution. We can force your ads, so to speak, in front of willing buyers. Google, it's a little harder unless you have pay-per-click. That's how we do it. So those are our core services that we do inside of our agency, and we're going to talk a little bit more about some specifics. So one of my brands is a dentist marketing program. You can see the logo down there on the right, and what we do is we work with dentists to drive traffic to their business. Now, what's interesting about dentists and what you probably don't realize is dentists have very profitable products, and they have their kind of bread and butter products. So their bread and butter, for example, is come in for your teeth cleaning, your exams, your x-rays, the basic stuff. And then, believe it or not, your dentist upsells you on other services. A lot of times it's very easy because if your teeth hurt or they look bad, it's easy for that dentist to charge you a premium price, okay? But the other side of it is maybe instead of getting dentures, for example, they talk you into an implant. So instead of spending $1,500, you spend $5,000, right? So there's a sales process that happens inside of these dentist offices. And so knowing that, we know the implants, Invisalign, dentures, and a few other things are very profitable for dentists. And so we focus our marketing on things that's going to get them a good return on their investment. So let me say it a different way. If you are a dentist and you are selling an implant for $5,000, to put that implant in, let's just say it cost $1,000. Okay, it's probably cheaper than that, but let's just say. That means for every tooth that you put in after you pay for the material cost, your time, your staff's time, marketing cost, all that stuff, your net's $4,000 per implant. You want to do a lot of implants, okay? So there's people out there now that are looking for implants, and so we would focus our marketing to try to get you more implant clients, which is a higher margin product. Now, let me bring that a little further for dentists. Let's just say that I could get you 2 new dental implant clients a month. That's $8,000 more net revenue for your business a month from 2 new implant clients. So if we charged you a fee to do that, right? I'm just making up numbers, but let's say we charge $2,000 to do that, then you're still netting $6,000. So you're still netting $72,000 a year by us providing that service for you and getting 2 new implant patients a month into your practice. So that's what we do. That's how we help businesses, and this is just one example. Let's go through another one, chiropractors. So there's a lot of chiropractors that, when you go see them, they want to see you again. And the reason being is because when you align the spine or the hips or whatever it is, a lot of times that adjustment will go out of line over time. And it depends on a lot of different factors, but as it goes out of line, then you start hurting again, so you need to go back. And so a lot of chiropractors offer a maintenance type program to where you go in once a week or once a month or whatever the doctor recommends to you to get realigned, and it keeps you from having back problems. And I can tell you from someone who does have back problems that it's a great service. But from the business side for chiropractors, it's recurring revenue. Said another way, if you go see them and you like that chiropractor and they do a great job for you and you feel better afterwards, you're very likely to come back, and a lot of times even come up with like a monthly payment plan and a lot of other things, okay? So chiropractors really focus on this recurring revenue model, and so what we call the lifetime value of a patient is very high, meaning if we can bring you a patient now, you may get them in at a lower entry level because of an offer, for example, an irresistible offer that we come up with for them. However, that after they come back to you twice a month for a year, that recurring revenue is really good for your business. And so we understand that as a marketing company. So what I'm trying to tell you is dentists, for example, and chiropractors, we reverse engineer it. We understand what your model is first. Is it a high value product or high ticket product like implants, for example, or Invisalign, or for chiropractors as a recurring revenue? And we build our campaigns around that. Now, let's talk about my favorite, which is insurance and financial professionals. That's what I've done for the past 13 years. I have literally sold millions of dollars in commissions using these systems. I have over 300 advisors in my hierarchy around the country, and a lot of my advisors, we do this marketing for them, exactly what I'm showing you, to get them everything from mortgage protection leads, final expense leads, regular life insurance leads, annuity leads, which is a huge one. Just about anything you can think about: car, home and auto insurance, stuff like that. Any type of lead that you want, we can develop. Medicare leads, stuff like that. So this is a huge business for our business because I understand it, because I've done it for 13 years. I understand the regulation part. I understand what it takes to get somebody interested in your service. So for example, if you're selling final expense, that is a totally different demographic, right, income-wise and age-wise, than, for example, a younger family who just bought a house. And we can target people who just bought a house on Facebook. So like all these different things involved in whatever industry it is and whatever niche it is inside of being an insurance agent or a financial advisor, we understand that. And so we develop leads for that industry, and we do a great job at it. So that's one of our niches that we work in. Now let's talk about what happens once you become a client. So you say, okay, Jay, I'm a chiropractor, I'm a dentist, I'm a a plastic surgeon, I'm a financial advisor. When you do a campaign for me, how do I know if it's working? And that's such a key deal for a lot of clients. And I can tell you that I've had a lot of clients come to me and say, I was using a guy for Facebook. I was paying him pretty good money. I was paying him a couple $1,000s a month, but I didn't know what the results were. And yeah, we're getting business, but what does that really mean? Can he quantify that, right? And of course, being a financial advisor, I'm a numbers guy. So yes, I can quantify that for you. But a lot of people in marketing can't, because it's such an arbitrary number. But we can get down and pretty much tell you, for every dollar that you put in, here's how many dollars that you get out in actual commission or profit margin in your business. So we're going to go through all these different things that we offer on the dashboard. And so let me clarify what I'm talking about. When you become a client of One Direction Marketing, we give you a dashboard as part of this, and we also give you a phone number. So all the advertising that we do a separate phone number. It's called a whisper number that basically patches directly from the caller to the number to you. It's seamless, and we can also record the call. But through that whisper number, we can track how many calls we're getting. So for example, let's just say that you are a chiropractor and we were trying to get you 10 new patients a month, and you said, well, Jay, I don't know if this is working. You say, well, I generated 60 phone calls for you. So is it a problem with the marketing, or is it a problem with your staff? And it's so interesting, because when you record the call, especially if it's allowed in your state, you think that the person that answering your phone, whether it's your top salesperson, for example, or your receptionist, is doing a great job, and they may not be. And it may not be because they don't want to. It's probably because of training, right? And so I've trained a lot of people how to answer phones and how to convert those leads into sales. And a lot of administrative people just aren't trained for that, right? So if you think about it, you call the dentist office and they're expecting you to talk to them about teeth whitening or whatever, your teeth hurt. And so they're not trained to sell and upsell, right? Hey, when you come in, we have a deal on $99 teeth whitening. While you're here, do you want to go ahead and get that done? A lot of times, a receptionist will not ask that question, not because they don't want to, because they're not trained to. And so part of the service that we offer is helping your administration staff or your sales staff become more effective on the phone. Okay, so I'm going to go through all these metrics, KPIs, and social media and all that stuff to help you understand what your dashboard does for you. So the first thing is call tracking. It's really interesting because we talked about the salesperson or the administration person answering the phone, and that's one piece of it, right? So how much business are you gaining or losing because Ashley's answering the phone instead of Emily, for example. But the other side of that is when are you getting the most calls? So in our research for dental offices, we found that 8 a.m., noon, and 4 p.m. Overall, just hugely, overwhelmingly overall have been the largest call volume times. And so what was also interesting is as we're tracking these calls, that during those times, 8 a.m., noon, and 4, that they would miss a lot of calls because they couldn't handle the volume. So past what your receptionist is doing or not doing, are they answering all the phone calls? So if I call a dentist because my teeth hurt and you don't answer, guess what? I'm calling the next dentist. Okay? So if you know that 8 a.m., noon, and 4 are your biggest times, then instead of sending all your girls to lunch at noon, you're probably going to staff up at noon and maybe send them to lunch at 1 or 11, right? But these metrics wouldn't be something that you know unless you were tracking the data. And so that's why this is so important with call tracking to know what's happening in your business. Web lead tracking, this is obvious, right? So we're placing an ad on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or LinkedIn, and how many messages did we send out? What was the conversion rate? How many leads did you get off that? That's pretty obvious. And so we want to make sure that if we're sending out 1,000 messages and you're getting one lead, it could be a message problem, right? Or is it a system problem? What's going on? And so this helps us track those types of metrics based on the lead tracking. Now, KPI report is really interesting because what this does is this gives you a snapshot of your entire marketing campaign, right? And so you're looking at it and you're saying, okay, I got 152 clicks off Google and Bing. 79 were Google and 73 were Bing. Well, that's interesting. I didn't think anybody used Bing. Guess what they do? In fact, Bing is an older crowd versus Google is more of a younger crowd. Not saying that older people don't use Google, but overall, when you look at the demographics, that's what it is. And so if you have an older clientele, you definitely want to be on Bing. It's pretty interesting, right? So then you have things like how many total incoming clicks were there and how many times I show up in organic results. How many of those were unique, right? So these are all things that are interesting, and you can start tracking how many unique visits you have, how many people are coming back to your website to learn more, and it's just a great way for you to learn data about your business. And the more data and information you have about your business, the more educated decisions you can make about your marketing dollars and where they're spent. So weekly report, this is really more than this. It's actually a 24/7 dashboard that you can log into, but weekly and monthly we'll send you PDF reports, so to speak, of how many new calls you had, how many links, all that stuff, so you can know where your dollars are going, how many posts were boosted, and how many likes you got, and all that good stuff. And so this weekly report's great to know, hey, Jay, I'm spending X amount of dollars with you guys. What am I getting for my money? This just kind of sews it up, right? So instead of you having to log in there every day, you can see it once a week or once a month or whatever frequency. We can send them to you every day if you'd like to. Now, the SEO crawler audit. Now, Google changes their SEO requirements frequently. And so the crawler report basically goes on and says, is your page optimized mobile or desktop based on the current SEO platform that Google is operating off of, right? And so then you start looking at off-page optimization, keyword ranking, and what keywords are you ranking for currently, and where was it at before, and where is it at now? So you're on page 6 before, and you're on page 2 now, and so you can see this progression over time. But remember me saying that SEO is a longer-term strategy, so this isn't going to happen overnight. But this is stuff that we're constantly working on. We're doing backlinks and all these different things to drive more traffic to your website, but organically, So slowly over time is kind of the key to SEO, but once you get there, it's fantastic. Okay. Now, digital reputation, this is a major thing that a lot of businesses overlook, which is reviews. So are you getting reviews? Are you asking for reviews? Are you on multiple review websites? Are you on Trustpilot? Are you on Google reviews? Like all these different things, and this drives a lot of trust for your business. All right, so if you don't think people are looking at it, they're looking at it. Just trust me. And so this digital reputation is so important. I was actually, something very interesting, I was working with a dentist office in Oklahoma, and when I pulled up, I literally just Googled their name, right? And when it came up, it was a picture of, I can't even really describe it to you, it's like a construction site. It was drywall and hammers and all kinds of stuff, and it's a dentist office. Okay, so let me ask you a question, and just answer this honestly. If you were to Google dentist in your area, maybe you're from Orlando or Anaheim or Texas or wherever you're from, dentist in North Dakota, right? And a construction picture shows up, would you go to that dentist? Honestly, right? When I pulled what's called an SEO audit for that particular business, which basically means that we do a free audit over their website, their social media, their reputation, all that stuff, and it had that picture right there on the front. And I gave it to them, and they were blown away. They had no idea that that was showing up. I'm like, you don't need to Google your own business to find out what's up there. Like, this is so obvious, but they didn't look it up and they didn't know because they're dentists, right? They're doing other things. They're fixing teeth. They're not worried about what's online, but they need to be, because how much business I'm telling you that thing's been up for like 4 years. How many people over the last 4 years saw a hammer and nail under dentist and thought, I'm not going to that guy, right? So it's these things, when you talk about reputation, that you have to have up there. And I can't even quantify how much money that dentist lost by having a picture of hammer and nails when you Google his business. Crazy. But that's part of digital reputation, and knowing that the messaging is right for your business and people are accepting that message and they are wanting more of that brand, right? And they're giving positive reviews from it. Social media analytics. This is crazy important for your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn results. So remember me telling you that each platform has its own place, so to speak. So marketing Facebook for individuals is much better than marketing individuals on LinkedIn because it's businesses. And so when you think about it, it sounds obvious, but a lot of people don't think through that process. And so this reporting dashboard shows, is it mostly male or female that you're going after? So for example, what if I told you that more females are interested in implants than men, right? And we'll say, well, okay, why is that? Well, think about it. A female may be more interested in their appearance than a male, right, as far as teeth goes. I'm not saying that's true for everybody, but just demographically is true. And so if we know that more females are interested in implants than males, then we would target females more often in ads than males. What if we knew that females are more likely to use an iPad than a male? Well, we would focus on females using an iPad that needed dental work, right? So you see what I'm saying? Like, we think through this process, and social media analytics helps us know who's hitting this ad and who's not. So we may create an ad in the beginning for Invisalign and realize that we are getting 14 to 36-year-olds, primarily female, that are interested in this offer, and so we'll re-optimize it to go after that particular demographic. All right. Google Analytics helps us with pay-per-click campaigns. Remember, this is instant distribution on Google, so while your SEO is working in the background, you can have pay-per-click now. And so what happens a lot of times is people will be interested in something. Okay, I'm interested in Invisalign, and I'm going to go on Facebook, and hey, I saw an ad for Invisalign. That's interesting. I'm going to click on it. Now I see Dr. Brown, and well, is Dr. Brown good? I'm going to go to Google and look up Dr. Brown. Oh my gosh, he has a picture of a hammer and nail for his picture on Google. I'm not going to him. You see what I'm saying? So like Google Analytics is so important because even though you can't be at the top of maybe Google right this second because it takes 6 months for the SEO to work, we can get you there right now with pay-per-click. It is more expensive, but over time you can have the SEO overtake the pay-per-click. So this marketing dashboard, obviously you can have it on your computer. It's an app, it's mobile friendly, all that good stuff. And what I want you to understand about our marketing is you need to have a campaign goal. A lot of it, well, let me speak specifically for advisors and insurance agents because I'm one. We just throw money at stuff and hope it works. So there's no really campaign goal involved in that. I was talking to an advisor today who is interested in selling disability insurance to physicians. Now, I happen to know a lot about physicians because I have the Physicians Retirement Program. It's one of the brands I've created, and so I know that demographic. I know how to work with them. And I was asking him, what's your goal? Like, how many do you want per month? And he said, I haven't really thought about it, right? If I sold one, I'd be happy. And so, you know, you have to have this campaign goal and become a leader in your niche. So whatever it is that you do, right? If you're a plumber, be the best plumber in a niche. So for example, I work with a lot of plumbers that like to install water heaters. And if you're a plumber, maybe you can tell me why. But if you like to install water heaters, maybe it's really profitable for you opposed to fixing leaky faucets. Then that you could become a market leader in putting in hot water heaters. So if you say hot water heater Austin installation, right, that group of keywords, if we can make you rank either through pay-per-click instantly or SEO over time, then you can do a lot of business, right? And you're the guy, like, so if you want to be the hot water guy, then yes, you do leaky faucets and all this other stuff, but you're going to make much more money being niche specific, and also your marketing dollars are going to go further as well. So that's a little bit about campaign goals. You just want to know what your offer is, who you want to be in your business, and then we can drill down and brand you as that particular person in your niche. So we do SEO, pay-per-click, social media marketing. We're a digital marketing agency. This is what we do. We don't do anything with print or TV or radio. Not saying it's bad. I've done radio for years. I've done TV for years. I've never had a billboard, but I've done all that, so I get it. It does work, but that's just not what we do, right? What my goal is to have instant distribution for you. When you come on, we want leads like next week. And that's my goal for you. And then over time, make it better through A/B testing, optimization, Facebook optimization, and then SEO. So let's talk about search engine optimization a little bit more. Essentially, we're trying to get organic traffic that's going on to Google to be able to find your business. And we do that through map listings, we do that through local listings, we do that through meta tags and page titles and backlinks and all kinds of stuff. Without getting too technical, the idea is when someone types your service in Google, you come up at the top. Okay, that's what we do. Now, pay-per-click, we talked about instant distribution, right? So you say, hey Jay, I need some leads right now. Well, someone searches life insurance Dallas, you need to come up first. And if they are click off your page, how do you retarget them? How do you, when they go on Amazon to look up baby food, bam, your ad's right back in front of them, right? So that's there's all kinds of stuff that we can do with that, video ads and display ads and stuff like that. But that pay-per-click is such a interesting way to manage your account. Okay. We also do social media marketing. So I talked about Facebook, Instagram, obviously Twitter, LinkedIn, all that good stuff. So we can do all of that, no problem. And again, we're going to focus our marketing based on or social media marketing based on what it is that you do, your audience. So we may recommend that Facebook and Instagram is the best for your business, or may say, no, you really need to focus on LinkedIn. Here's how you automate the process. Here's how you do automatic follow-ups. And we may even get into a consultation, right? So maybe it's not even advertising with us. Maybe it's, hey, here's how you do it. Let me train you how to do it. So we do that too. So we have a consultation service if you don't want to advertise through us. We'll show you how to do it. So let me show you some digital products. Okay. So let's just say that you have website.com and you're wanting to advertise website.com to bring in new people to buy a website. Okay. I can assure you that these packages are built based on what I would do building and maintaining a business and getting customers in the door. I'm going to show you some cheaper packages, and you could even do it less than that. You can do it on your own. But I'm telling you, to be successful at what we do, this is the kind of money you have to spend. Okay, if you're not ready to spend this kind of money, I totally understand. But this is what it takes to be successful online. All right. So we have a $2,000, a $3,000, and a $4,600 package. What's the difference? The first package essentially does local link building. That means that we're going to start building your link locally in your area. We're going to make sure that your website is optimized for people to find you. Okay, this is SEO on a very basic level. Then we're going to do Facebook and Instagram posts for you. It's going to be specific posts related on your industry. We'll have business posts, we'll have inspirational posts, and all kinds of stuff with that. But then we do 10 marketing ads in addition to that to drive traffic and engagement to a sales funnel, which we built for you. Okay. We also do 8 Instagram ads, and we track it with a local phone number, like I was talking about. That's that whisper number. The $29.97 is the same thing, but it's way more. 60 Facebook, 15 marketing ads, 12 Instagram ads, and we rank your business for 3 keywords. So like water heater in Austin, for example, right? So water heater repair, water heater replacement, water heater leak, Austin, right? So that's what we're going to rank you for example. And then in the enterprise package, which is my favorite, mostly because you're going to get the most bang for your buck. I can tell you that if you can't afford this, that's totally understandable. But for example, if you're a dentist and you say, well, I'm going to net $4,000 per implant, we bring you 3 new implant clients, you're still netting, $7,500, $7,400 a month, even after our cost. Okay, and we can bring those implant clients to you. So this is a lot more engagement on Facebook, a lot more marketing ads on Facebook and Instagram, and then we rank you for 4 keywords in your industry. Now, we do have some cheaper services if you just want to do SEO only. This is really about a 6-month project minimum to really get your website ranking. So that's $9.97 a month, or $14.97 if you just want to do 20 Instagram and Facebook posts, 10 marketing ads, and 8 Instagram ads, and we still track it with that local phone number like I was talking about on both. Okay. So here's some of our API partners that we have. API is like it's a way to talk to each other, so to speak, in internet language. And so we have Google, obviously we have Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, call tracking. These are all the things I've been talking about. These are some of our partners. And what do we offer? Who are we? We are a digital marketing company like we talked about. We focus on dentists, chiropractors, insurance agents, financial advisors. We have a ton of other clients. We have plumbers. We have a lot of different clients, but these are the niches that we really focus on. So if you have a business today and you're trying to drive local traffic to it or national traffic to your business, we would love to help you. Call the phone number or go to the link in the description below this video and let us know what you think. Comment on the video, like the video, and we'd love to talk to you soon. Again, this is Jay with One Direction Marketing, and we look forward to serving you. Have a great day.